I put up a clip titled, "Reportedly the Trump shooter used an M16 that fires a .556 high-velocity round." Sail Daddy 33 wrote, "There is a still shot photo of a bullet hole in Trump's suit. Security guard advised Trump to wear body armor." And he attached a link. The link plays for 23 minutes and 57 seconds. It zooms in on a hole in Trump's suit. Shocking new details on Trump taking body hit and Secret Service failure. So let's sit back and listen to this clip.
Lots of breaking news I'm about to cover. As you see, there is a hole here in his chest.
Hey guys, it's your girl Melanie. I was up late. I posted a video. I was the first to post a video of Thomas Matthew Crooks, who is the FBI has confirmed that he is the shooter who tried to take out Trump, but who actually succeeded in taking out another individual, a man that was right behind Trump. I posted that video with his picture, as well as the picture of him actually taken out by the Secret Service. If you want to see that video, I will link it below, but just know that video was doing well, it was going viral, and then it was age restricted, so it may not have popped up on your feed last night if you didn't see it within the first hour, but I will link it below. It is actually the head pow pow to Thomas Crooks. I had gotten that earlier in the day, but I didn't post it because I didn't have confirmation. I was getting conflicting information when I was doing a live on who it was, what could be happening. I wasn't sure. So again, if you want to see that picture, it is going to be on that link. So right here, I'm going to update you guys everything I know about the guy, and what has happened. There's some more information. I even have information about the picture, the photo that's been circulating of him, where that comes from. And it actually comes from another YouTuber's channel. So this is going to get really interesting. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I will keep updating you in real time as I get this information. Now, what you see on the screen right now, this is Donald Trump getting off of his plane after he or I guess early in the hours yesterday morning. Today, I guess at like 1 something in the morning, him getting off his plane after leaving the medical facility and being treated for that ear wound. So I just wanted to show you guys that quickly, and then we're going to get into the actual Thomas Crooks and who he is and all that information.
Wicks.
That popped up. It'll be gone in a moment.
So this is 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. I posted this last night. The picture below this is the picture of him being taken out. But this is him. Now, it has been falsely reported, and I even thought, I wasn't sure if it was him or not, that this other guy's him, but this is actually some type of troll. So this is a confirmed picture of Thomas Matthew Crooks. There's a picture of a troll that people were thinking is the same guy. They have the same kind of like underbite, like line and jawline, and their same glasses, but this troll ended up posting this yesterday. As you can see, these guys look very similar. Now, they have different hair. People weren't sure if it was cut or something like that, so maybe that's why it looks a little different, but they have that same underbite. But this is what this guy has to say. He obviously thinks he's quite funny.
My name is Thomas Matthew Crooks. I hate Republicans. I hate Trump. And guess what? You got the wrong guy. My name is Thomas Matthew Crooks. I hate Republicans. I hate Trump. And guess what? You got the wrong guy.
So there you have it. This fool, I guess this is funny to him, but so that top picture is him, and I guess he posted that picture of himself to pretend like he is the the pow pow. I'm trying not to get restricted because he realizes that he has the same profile. So I just want to confirm this is a false flag. This is a troll. That is not him, but the guy below is him. Here's some more information just about what happened yesterday, just more evidence that I've gathered. So you're going to want to pay attention to this.
Lots of breaking news I'm about to cover. As you see, there is a hole here in his chest. Also, this woman was reporting from Times Square showing that the televisions was not reporting what happened to him. And I even went down to Atlanta to the CNN Center and they cut off all the televisions, as well as when I went to the bars, they would not show it regardless. Even when I asked them to put the news on, they said they're not allowed to. Why is there not? That is sitting there saying what happened today. Literally some journalist sitting there saying firecracker. Also, this guy was out in the field and he was trying to get the police and the Secret Service attention, and they weren't really paying attention to him saying that, hey, someone is up on the roof. Now, I do want to let you know that he did get up and he let the crowd know that he was okay. He was saying that he needed his shoes, but obviously, like you saw, there was the hole in his chest. As you see.
Why would he need his shoes, huh? I mean, are you really going to be thinking about needing your shoes when somebody just shot at you? Well, in his case, he needs them because they're his elevator shoes. Without those shoes, you'll see he's only 5'9". Hey, I call it the way it is. Let's go back.
Here, but obviously you better know that they're wearing a tight vest. So this is where he was holding the rally. This is where Secret Service was, and this is where the active person was. Also, this was really, really weird to me when I was down in Atlanta. They would not play this stuff on the television. I don't get it. It's very confusing. Tell me what your thoughts are.
There is a hole in Donald Trump's suit. So it looks like one of the bullets did strike him. This isn't confirmed yet, but there is an obvious hole in his suit. After he got up, people were able to get this photo or do a still shot, a freeze frame. And it says images have been published. Former President Trump wore a bulletproof vest on the advice of a security guard, which saved Trump's life. He was also shot in the chest. So guys, he took a body hit. If he had not had that vest on, or a lot of times they actually have the suits that have the body armor built in. I may do a video on that because we need to deep dive. We're not going to just take what mainstream is reporting. I am going to be digging very deep into this case, because we already know they're going to try to cover up much of the evidence. I thought it was very peculiar. This gentleman spoke about how when he went down to the CNN Center, they would not play it. The woman was in Times Square. I actually have her actual video with her saying they were not playing this information at first. And then I even have what the press were told, the mainstream media were telling their reporters to say, and you probably will believe it because we know how corrupt the mainstream media is, but I will show you that as well. I posted this on my community tab, but this is an actual freeze frame from President Trump being pow-powed at. And this is the actual bullet that went by and grazed his ear. Some people say the angle's off because of this, that, and the other, but you have to understand perspective. But this is an unedited photo of a freeze frame of when it happened. Now, let me just say this. It could be the one that actually hit him. I walked that back. Could be the one that hit him, but it's one of them. But this one is close enough. The trajectory that hit his ear, there were multiple bullets fired. I might as well just say it now because it's too hard to censor it out. There were multiple ones that were fired, so it could be one of them, but it is believed by a lot of people that this is the actual one. Let me enhance it even more, make it bigger so you can see it better, especially if you're looking at it on your mobile device. So there you have it, the freeze frame, and this is an official photo that was taken. This is not edited. But this is a freeze frame from there. So there we go right there. A lot of people are pointing out, trying to figure out information on Thomas Matthew Crooks. So you see this shirt that he has on. This links back to a YouTuber. This shirt is from Demolition Ranch here on YouTube. As you can see right there, that is one of their shirts. Let me pull this down. Let me make it bigger. You can clearly see the symbol matches. Let me pull up a Thomas Crooks that picture again so you can make your own comparison. It's just a partial that we got from this photo of him, but as you can see, it's the exact same symbol. And forgive me, I misspoke. I call it Demolition Ranch. It's Demolition Ranch. And again, this channel, this is not their fault. This has nothing to do with them. Just because someone buys a shirt from a YouTuber or what, I mean, they could be wearing a Pepsi shirt. They could be wearing any kind of shirt. It does not mean anything. It's clearly he was a fan of guns and things like that. So we don't know, you know, that the two are not correlated. Demolition Ranch is an innocent channel. They just, you know, it's a hobby channel for people who are into guns and things like that. So I just want to make that clear. There is no connection to this channel, to this YouTuber. From everything I see, this is a upstanding citizen who is, you know, who's doing very well. So again, I don't want to make any connection. We're just tying together pieces of evidence for our own information. But so please do not go to this channel. I'm sure none of my audience would, but I just want to make that clear. But so if I go to their thing, I'm going to go to their store. And let's see if we can actually see the shirt. Yeah, there we go. So if you go to their store, that is the shirt right there. The first one, that is their symbol. So they have that all over. Again, nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. From what I see, a very successful YouTube channel, minding his own business, has nothing to do with him. But now we know where that shirt actually came from. But of course, we'll see some people try to spin it somehow. And speaking of spinning, let's continue with this, learning more about Thomas Matthew Crooks. Here I found a video of him graduating from Bethel Park High School in 2022.
If you're good.
Another ad just popped up. I'll get rid of it.
Thomas Crooks.
Haley Madison Rapali.
So that's him. Here is a still shot of him graduating, getting his diploma. This doesn't have any, you know, probative value, but I just wanted to show this information. CNN was able to speak to his father, Matthew Crooks, and it says that he was trying to figure out what the hell is going on, but would wait until I talked to law enforcement before speaking about his son. So they have been able to get in touch with his father. He just is not speaking. We expect some more information from the family today, or at least the FBI or law enforcement will be putting that out. And of course, I will keep you guys updated. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell. People are wondering about what his political affiliation is. What we've been able to see is that he is a registered Republican. I'll blow this up so you can see it, but there's some more information about that. Not that this means anything, that he's a registered Republican, but there it is, Bethel Park. There, I'm going to show you that. Thomas Crooks, address, Allegheny County, Bethel Park. He is from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. Thomas Crooks, he was born in 2003, so we know it's him. It's not his father if he's like a junior, because his father is also Matthew Crooks. But there he is. And then if we go down, it says that he is a Republican. So his last vote date was 2022. So that is what it's showing now, that he is a Republican. But let's take a look at where he has donated to, which I'll show you now. He made a donation to Act Blue, which is a Democrat donate. It's a PAC. It's how you donate to the Democrat Party. And so we see this is Thomas Crooks again, and it says he's not employed, but he gave $15 to Act Blue. So it's progressive turnout. So somehow this is in 2021. So he was registered as a Republican in 2021. In 2022 was the last time he voted. Most people last voted. But between 2021 and 2022 and now, he it seems as though he turned from Republican or I don't know, he could still be a Republican, but he's supporting progressive and democratic causes monetarily. So it looks like when he turned 18, maybe he decided to register as a Republican. That could be family influence. It could be where he grew up. But as he became more active in the political scene, he turned more progressive. Again, this is just all speculative, guys. I don't have that information, but we do know when he put his money where his mouth is. Just because you're registered as one thing doesn't mean that you vote that way, or that's where between 2021 and 2024, that's 3 years for a lot. That's a lot of time for a young person just graduating high school to be indoctrinated or change their mind, or a lot of times they're not going to go back and change their voter registration. You just sign up. Could have done it at school, could have done it with his parents, and he had to put Republican. But then his true beliefs are something else, clearly, by him putting, sending this money into Act Blue. So we do not have confirmation that he actually was Republican. I just want to put that out there. Again, that may be his party affiliation on paper, but this tells another story, because most registered Republicans will not be donating to Act Blue, and certainly not progressive turnout. One of the stories about why he was registered as a Republican is this. It says he was a far left progressive Democrat that registered as a Republican to vote against Trump in the primary. That is something you see clearly. He is highly involved in politics, clearly what he did yesterday. So we know, this isn't beyond him to do some type of calculation or try to be sneaky or do something to go against what he sees as a political enemy and to fool them. So it could be that he hated Trump so much. And that's the other thing. It could be is that he is a Republican, but he just hates Donald Trump. We already know there are a lot of people who within their own party, Democrat or Republican, that do not like the main candidate, but there seems to be a special hate for Donald Trump and people having Trump derangement syndrome. So maybe he saw him as a way of taking him out, and his candidate could step forward as the person that he wanted on the Republican ticket, or it was a way to help the Democrats and take out Trump. And once he's gone, he saw himself as being a hero and saving democracy, because we know the mainstream media keeps saying that Trump is a threat to democracy.
That comes right from the when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the government services, comes right out of Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever in recorded history into our country. And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. And look what happened to our country. Probably 20 million people. And that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Interesting clip. You need to watch this through its entirety. Get rid of the ad. They did not take
So
the shot.
this is where a lot of people, and this is where I'm going to get into this more in another video, but something is very off here. They are able to see the rooftop where this guy is. We know it was reported, the BBC. I played it on my live stream. I'll play it again, where this guy notified them that there was a shooter on the roof. But you see them looking down. They're looking all over. They're scanning the rooftop, scanning the crowd, scanning these places. But it seems like they saw him, got into an active position, but did not take the shot. So for 42 seconds, they just got into active. They're not going to be in active position unless they see something. So they saw him, and as you can see, they're just down in active position for 42 seconds, but do not take the shot towards him. And there's answers that need to be given as to what happened. Obviously, as the investigation comes out.
Problem is, who are you going to go to? I mean, right here, they had 42 seconds. And they didn't react. And these are trained, professional snipers. But who are you going to go to? You're going to go to the Attorney General, Merrick Garland's? Huh? How about the FBI Director, Christopher Wray? Let's go back.
Find out more, but of course we can't just take their word for it.
Yeah, Carl, we've been talking to a number of people as they've been coming out of this horrific event. A lot of people very emotional, a lot of people very upset, as you can imagine, a lot of people very, very frightened. Greg was someone who was here. You weren't inside the event,
nope,
but you were just outside. Tell us what you saw. And
So we had a party here all day. At the, you can see behind us at the Brinkles Farming Greenhouse here. We had a party, and we all decided, hey, you know, when we get up through the field, stand by the trees up there under the shade, and listen to the rally, right? We couldn't see them, but we could hear them. So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking, I'm estimating here, I have no idea, you know, but we noticed the guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, you know, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? You know, like they didn't know what was going on. You know, we're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. You know, he's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2-3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service.
We were telling the police. We were pointing at him for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? I mean, this is not a big place.
Did you see, I mean, obviously everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was, did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, we just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go?
Again, guys, I have that picture. It is on the previous video that I posted. It has been age restricted. I posted that at 1:30 in the morning yesterday, but YouTube has censored it. But it is on there. It is also on my community tab, I believe. Still, I'll double check. It is blurred, but that picture is there if you want to see when he talks about he blew his nose out.
Up to him afterwards, or
they crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over.
It's incredibly shocking.
The guy was on the roof right there. You can see the white roof.
Get a look at him, could you?
I no, other than muted colors, tan type clothing, rifle flinging around as he was trying to crawl. I mean, we saw the rifle, 100%.
Do you know about guns? Do you know what kind of weapon it was?
Oh, I absolutely know about guns, for sure. No, I mean, it was a rifle of some sort. I wouldn't know, I wasn't close enough to read the label on it.
No, sure. But a high velocity weapon.
It was a rifle of some sort. Yeah, absolutely.
So how do you process what you've just seen?
I don't know what to say, man. I'll tell you is, if I walked up close to there with anything that Secret Service considered a problem, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you right now. But I don't know why a guy pointing out to police and Secret is crawling up the roof.
Were you outside the security perimeter?
Yes, right there by that tree. We were outside the security perimeter. My question is, there's only a few buildings around. Is Secret Service not on every building here?
Well, there's a whole bunch of questions, I think, that are going to come.
There's a whole bunch of questions.
Did you see the woman with the Trump flag on the horse?
Yes, she was right in front of me. She kept going back and forth right in front of me. Yes.
Okay, they're talking about some lady with a flag, with the Trump flag, with a horse. Sorry, guys, for the glitching. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so that guy was the eyewitness. So that goes back to what I showed you, where they were seeing him. They were warned a few minutes before. He was up there for a few minutes. How long he was up there, we don't know. Now, that showed that they got into active position 42 seconds before the firing went off. But nothing was done. They were actually just looking at him. So it is very confusing as to, obviously this is a serious breach of law enforcement, a serious breach of the Secret Service. I will be investigating that more. Again, if you want to see the video or see the picture of the guy, is on that video that will be linked. That's age restricted, and it's on my community tab, but there's a little bit more detail on the video. So guys, I am going to bring you some more updates. I'm going to dig in some more.
You got to watch the whole clip. I mean, none of this makes any sense. You know, the hole in his suit is very clear. You see the sharpshooters 43 seconds before the shooter fired. They had them in their sights. They did nothing. I'll attach the link, pass it along, and thanks for listening.